VeeBanxx. I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be more wedding related content. And we're going to be talking about how to choose your wedding dress or dresses. If you have more than one, if you're going to be doing a reception switch or anything like that, we're going to be talking about the process that you might be going through and some questions, tips, tricks, and answers for a lot of the questions that a lot of women have regarding choosing their wedding dress. Before I roll into this video though, I'm going to ask you guys to hit the button down below and subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, thumbs up as well to see more related content like this. So yeah, let's just get into it. I would say the first thing that I did when I was choosing my dress was figure out what neckline I wanted to go with. I knew that I wanted an off-the-shoulder dress. For some reason, that was just always my vision. I wanted something that was off the shoulder, something that would show off a little bit of my neckline and allow me to have my hair down. And that rolls into the next thing is you also want to think about your hairstyles or how your hair is going to look. If you're going to have an updo, whether you're going to have a downdo like I did. I had a bunch of really big drop curls. So I thought that style looked best with the neckline that I chose. But if you're going to go spaghetti straps or you want something really elaborate with like a huge bow in the front, you want to think about those things when you're going dress shopping so that you can figure out and get a better idea of what your entire dress is going to look like. That also rolls into picking a silhouette. So I know that I typically or normally wear a lot of like really tight, sexy dresses. So for my wedding dress, I decided I wanted to go more princess style. I wanted a ball gown. I wanted something that was different than what people normally see me in. And so I went for off the shoulder ball gown. And so that was basically what I was looking for when I was going into my dress shopping appointments. I was like, do they have off the shoulder? Do they have ball gowns? So if you want a trumpet style dress, you want a ball gown, you want an A-line dress, there are a ton of different silhouettes that you can look at when choosing your wedding dress. And I would definitely say to pay attention to your current shape and what looks best on you. I deviated away from what looks best on my shape. I was probably better suited for a trumpet style dress if I wanted to show off my shape. Or something more A-line, but I decided to go for a ball gown because it was different, and I always wear really tight, sexy dresses, and I thought it would be interesting to come with a completely different look, something that people mostly haven't seen me in, and I had a dream of being like a princess in a ball gown for my wedding, so I chose a ball gown, but there are a lot of different options for things like that. Picking out a fabric. So do you want your dress to be satin? Do you want your dress to be lace? Do you want your dress to be chiffon? I don't know. There's so many different fabrics, but this is also something else you want to kind of know or have an idea about before going into your appointment, because they're going to pull dresses, and a lot of times the dresses can look pretty, but the material might be itchy. It might not be something that you're completely interested in. So I would definitely say to take a look at some different types of fabrics and see what you like the best. Choosing a color. Now, we're in an era where just having a white wedding dress is not the standard. Some people go black, some people go red. But if you're sticking with white, there are two different tones that your dress is going to come in. It's either going to be white, or it's going to be ivory. And ivory is more of a light cream undertone. And my dress was ivory. And in, I guess, the hubba bubba of wedding planning, I forgot that my dress was not white. I thought it was, and I bought white everything else. So like white shoes, white veil, and it did not match. But it wasn't like the worst thing that ever happened. I could have reordered the veil, but I was just over it at that point. I was ready for the wedding day to come and go. So I had a white veil and an ivory dress, but can't nobody tell me nothing. And yeah, so that goes into also choosing your veil. Do you want a cathedral veil, which is like one of the really, really long ones? I think it's about like 96 inches or 96 to like over 100 inches. Do you want something a little shorter? Do you want a neck length veil? Do you want the piece that comes over in the front? There's a lot of different options for veils, but those things are going to help you when you go to your appointment decide which dress is going to be your dress. So I had thoughts and ideas about all of these things before I actually made my appointment. I made appointments at one bridal boutique in Brooklyn, and then another one that was in Manhattan, the most popular one, Kleinfeld. My experience at both boutiques was completely different, And I would definitely say that I enjoyed my experience at a small boutique more than I did at Kleinfeld. And that's just because, you know, it's really gimmicky. They have the show Say Yes to the Dress. And I mean, overall professionalism was a lot better at Kleinfeld, but the smaller intimate experience that I had at the other shop was a little bit better for someone who was a little bit nervous and didn't really know, you know, what to do when it comes to wedding shopping. It was my first time. I would say the more times I went back to Kleinfeld, I got a lot more comfortable there and speaking to them and expressing what it is I wanted. But it was intimidating going to Kleinfeld for the first time. When you go bridal dress shopping, please be sure that you have the whole day cleared out. This can and sometimes will be a full day activity. You want to make sure that you have lunch probably scheduled in, but also that you don't have any appointments to go to after, because at one store, I spent a couple of hours, and at the other store, I spent down there the whole rest of the day because I was dedicated to finding my dress. I stayed till closing, so make sure you dedicate a whole day to finding your wedding dress. Bring undergarments and shoes for try-ons. So the one thing that, I don't know why this part gave me so much anxiety, but I was kind of like, what do you wear under a wedding dress? And for me, I knew I was going to have a strapless bra because I knew I wanted my dress to be off the shoulder. I didn't have my nude undergarments before going, but I knew that that was going to be something that I might have to purchase. So I went out and got some nude undergarments. I got some high-waisted black high-waisted panties to keep it all sucked in underneath whatever dress I was trying on. And they were satin, so things wouldn't get caught on them. Wax and shave, girl, because they're gonna be all up in there. Okay, make sure you smell good, you're not funky, because you're gonna be naked in front of them. They're gonna be hoisting things up on you. Make sure your underarms are not wet and all that stuff. Like, you're gonna be trying things on, and there's gonna be someone helping you. So that's also a tip, is to make sure that you are all together and taken care of before going to your appointments. Let's just say that. Bring shoes, because when you're trying on your wedding dress, you're gonna have heels on your wedding day or whatever other type of shoes, and you want to see how the dress fits you with heels on. If you're gonna need a ton of alterations done to hemming, to the bottom of the dress, there's just a lot of things that change once you have shoes on. Sometimes your posture changes when you have heels on. It just makes a whole difference having the heels on when you try it on the dress. Budget. So have a low end, a middle, and a top end. This matters because you are going to see a dress that pushes your budget. You're going to see a dress that pushes your budget. I didn't really have a budget when it came to my dress. My mom was gifting me my dress, and I think she gave me like a number somewhere around like $2,500, but we went over that. And it was just because this was the dress. This was it. I knew that I liked this dress. So yeah, I would definitely say make sure that you set a low, a middle, and a top end of your budget before you go looking, and stick to your budget. Other advice, you can go to sample sales to find cheaper versions of dresses. Sample sales sometimes are going to be the dresses that you find on runway. If you are a smaller person and you can fit sample size dresses, that's a good place to start, because you can get like 25 to 50% off of really nice name brand dresses because they were used already for like a one-time runway show or something like that. And you can go and grab and snag one of those really pretty dresses. But if you're on the bigger side, I wouldn't suggest going to like sample sales, because the sizes that they have are, it's not like they have a plethora of dresses in those multiple sizes. It's kind of like a catch it. It's what you see is what you get, whatever's there. When you are trying to figure out what kind of dress that you're looking for, I would definitely say to start at looking at different designers. The most popular wedding dress designer is obviously going to be VeeBanxx. Super expensive, but there are tons of other wedding dress designers out there. I went to Instagram and I was looking at a lot of like black wedding dress designers, I also knew that I wanted a lot of embellishments, and some designers, their styles feature a lot of embellishments and beading. So I was looking at Lazaro Bridal, I was looking at Bridal, I was looking at Pnina Tornai. Those designers had styles that were similar to what I was looking for. I wanted bedazzle, shiny, bling, bling, bling. That's what I wanted. And those designers feature a lot of that. So I knew that that was the style / direction I was going in. And so you can pick out designers because they have a certain style or aesthetic that they always design in, and then see what they have in their collection. That was a really good place for me to start. Another thing that I thought was interesting that actually affected me when I was picking my dress was that notion that you're going to cry when you see yourself in that dress. If it's the dress, you'll cry or you'll have some sort of like super emotional reaction. I'll include some footage.
She wants you to start.
Well, Vivian, are you saying yes to the dress?
I am yes to the dress.
Woo! Yay!
When I knew I had the dress, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, but that was okay, if that makes sense. I noticed a difference in my reaction to the dresses I tried on at the first location versus when I actually found my dress. I was smiling from ear to ear. I wasn't crying, but I was a bit more happy, a bit more upbeat, and I wasn't indecisive, if that makes sense. In all the other dresses, I was kind of like, I mean, it's nice. This kind of works, but when I had that dress on, I was like, oh yeah, I like this. And like, I couldn't stop smiling. So everyone's reaction is gonna be a little bit different. You're not gonna be busted out in tears. My mom, I was expecting her to cry when she saw me in the dress so that I would know it was that one. And they were all just kind of sitting there like, oh, it's pretty. And I was like, this can't be the dress. But then I thought about it and I was like, I really like this dress though. Like, I can see myself in this dress on my wedding day. So I would say more so listen to yourself, listen to your gut feeling and your instincts. And don't look for any other like marker for whether the dress is the one or not. You will know, honestly, you'll know. Some ways to be trendy / save money on your wedding dress. If you have like, if you're someone that knows you're gonna have multiple dresses and you're looking for ways to kind of like make it work, I would say that you can look at dresses that have removable skirts. That is like a fire way to have a reception dress and your wedding gown in one. If you're not going for like a totally completely different look, maybe you're going like from a ball gown into something more fitted, those removable skirts that go around your waist and you just take them off and now you got like a nice slim shape, those are really nice. Gonna insert some footage, but arm pieces. I knew I wanted off the shoulder, and some of the bridal attendants that I was working with saw that there were a lot of like sweetheart neckline dresses that I liked, but I really wanted the off the shoulder look, and so they were integrating arm pieces that you can kind of attach to a sweetheart silhouette dress to create an off the shoulder look and then take them off. I was experimenting with that being like the sparkles or the beading or, you know, all of that excitement I was looking for. That ended up not working, and the dress that I found, my dress, actually came with arm pieces that were removable. They had snaps on the front and the back, and they hooked in, so my dress became a sweetheart neckline once you took the arm pieces off, and it was really beautiful. I loved the option to do that because at moments I wanted to like free my arms up, but for photos I really loved the neckline. So that's also an option. You can look into things like that. They were offering me to add bejeweled pieces along to trim the dress. For some of the dresses that didn't have enough beading for me or enough glitz and glam, you can get different pieces and attach them to add some trimmings to the dress to kind of jazz it up. Those are other things that you can do. You can also add capes. So when I went for my second dress, my reception dress, at first it wasn't enough pizzazz for me, and I was like, what can I do to this? And they showed me some capes that you can buy that gave you like a grandiose entry. If you have a cape on and you're walking in, it kind of adds a lot of extra oomph to your dress. You can also add a bustle. So when you're in alterations, you can add a bustle, which is sort of like a button or a snap on the back of your dress to help pick up your train, and you hook that on whenever you want to walk around and not have to carry your dress around with you. really, really convenient. I added a bustle to my second dress as well as a bustle to my wedding dress, and it was awesome. So what did I do with my wedding dress after the wedding? So David's Bridal actually has a service where you can preserve your wedding dress. It's about $100. They send you like a package or a box to put your dress in. You send it to them, they clean it and put it into like a, I don't know, it looks like a little doll box, but they fold it up really small and then they put it into another box and then give it to you, and you can kind of keep it somewhere, and it's all put together. It won't take up a bunch of space in your closet. But I truly intend to have my daughter in the future use or wear my wedding dress in some way. If that means taking pieces of my dress to put with hers, or something, I don't know, or trying it on at the very least, but I want to pass my dress down in some way. So yeah, definitely choose more than one location to do your bridal appointments at. I set up 2 bridal appointments for the same day, and so that took a little bit of coordination to figure out how much time I was going to spend at one versus the other. But like I said, make sure it's a whole day. I went to Lotus Bridal in Brooklyn first, spent a couple of hours there, and then I went to Kleinfeld Bridal. I made an early appointment and then a late appointment right before Kleinfeld closed. So I would definitely say, if you can, maybe set up 2 days. I would have done 2 appointments the day I went and then 2 appointments like another Saturday, just in case you don't find the dress that you want during the first 2 visits. But I ended up lucking out and getting my dress at the second location on the first day, so I didn't need to set up any more appointments. But I definitely think you should keep your options open. Be open to different places and different bridal attendants. You're also probably not going to get everything in one place. So I got my reception dress at NYC Fashion Couture Boutique in Queens. Shout outs to them because they really hooked your girl up. And then I got my wedding gown at Kleinfeld Bridal. My dress was made by Fenoli. And then I got my shoes online. I made them myself, which is going to be another video as well, so you guys can see how I DIY'd my wedding shoes. And then I got my veil actually on Amazon. That's another tidbit. I got my veil on Amazon. And I got my jewelry at ianeva.com. I found them on Instagram. They are Black owned. I found, what else did I find? I didn't have any undergarments actually, because my dress was a nude bone structure, so I didn't really need to hold anything up. My dress itself held everything up. It was a corset style, so I didn't really need to have anything underneath it. But also, that's something to think about is, you know, do you want to have on undergarments? And if you are going to, how are you going to hold everything together? Are you going to need, you know, things to go inside? When it comes to alterations, I had 2 alteration appointments set. So when I first bought the dress, I paid for the alterations up front with the gown. And then I just had to set my appointment once the dress came in. The first appointment, I tried on the dress in the size that they ordered for me. And that when that came, they figured out like, okay, we want to take this in here. We want to add a bustle here, blah, blah, blah. So my second appointment was when I tried it on after they had made all the alterations and made sure that everything was fine. So if they needed to cut some more, because then I bought my actual shoes with me, they decided I didn't need to do anything more. So then on my pickup date was when they had actually like steamed my dress and my veil and everything, and I got to pick everything up all at once. But you'll likely have more than one alteration appointment, so plan around having more than one. And also when it comes to sizing, that's one thing to remember, is that wedding dress sizes are not like your street dress size. If you're like a size 6 to 8 on streetwear, like regular dresses, you're gonna be like an 8 or 10 in wedding dresses. And so I remember freaking out when I went back and looked at my dress order, and I was like, they ordered a size 4? Who is that gonna fit? Yeah, it's not gonna match your dress size. And also, like, some designers, their pattern making and their measurements are different, so whatever size you are in that dress is not gonna match your street size. So allow the bridal attendants to do their job. They know these designers, they know how the dresses are cut and how they fit, and they're gonna tell you what size you are in that dress, so trust them. So I have here my envelope from Kleinfeld. This is the envelope that they gave me when I decided to order my dress. So I'll show you guys what's here. One thing to note about Kleinfeld, you have to get an affidavit notarized. Wedding dress buying is very serious, okay? So this is the bridal gown selection worksheet. And so they ordered my dress in a size 4. Also has the appointment time, the appointment date, the time I got there. And so it says that I ordered my ivory nude as sample. My heels will be 2 to 3 inches. They have my waist, my bust, then the actual number of the dress. And it had the note that it comes with detachable sleeves, and they ordered in a size 4. And they said that with my particular dress, they had to order for my waist size because it was a ball gown and my waist was a size 4. Yeah, so here's the paper on the bridal alteration charges. Alteration charges at Kleinfeld are $895, guys. $895. Now, you can get alterations done anywhere. You can get them done anywhere else. But if you're going to do that, you waive your rights to any type of warranty that has to do with your dress at Kleinfeld. They will not touch your dress after that. So understand what you're doing and make sure you have a really good, reputable seamstress if you're going to take your dress somewhere else, because Kleinfeld is not going to take it back. They're not going to give you any money back for it. They're not going to do anything with it if you take it to someone else. And then this is like explanation of shipping. So I opted to have my dress shipped to me, and then I would bring it in for alterations when I was ready. And I actually did that because I live in New Jersey and Kleinfeld is in New York, and it's a little bit cheaper for taxes if you have your dress shipped to New Jersey, so you pay New Jersey sales tax instead of New York. Yeah, so the next piece of paper I have, so they did give me other suggestions for other places for alterations if I didn't want to go to them. But I ultimately stuck with them because my dress was created and designed by Fenoli. So I'm like, they're going to know how to alter this dress. And yeah, so this is the paperwork, the shipping affidavit that literally says, we require that someone signs for this package when it's delivered. And when the box came, it came in a huge box. The lady who was delivering it to me was like, what is this? And I was like, it's my wedding dress. And she was like, oh my God. But it was huge. I had to carry it upstairs by myself. But this affidavit basically says that at the time I have a balance owed, the dress is going to be delivered 2-day shipping via FedEx, and that I am going to return this affidavit to Kleinfeld, completed, signed, and notarized prior to the expected arrival of my gown. And so I had to take this to a notary and get this all signed off on and sent over to them. And this was just because I was shipping it to myself. And at the time, the tax would be removed and the shipping charges and everything were going to be adjusted. So, yeah, I had to do the shipping affidavit. There is the actual, receipt with the deposit that I put down, all that good stuff. This is my contract with them that has basically, my gown and all the information about my gown. Yeah, there was a ton of paperwork for this wedding dress, y'all. And then this was the final receipt. So let me cover that. That came from Kleinfeld. That said that my dress was completely paid off because I paid it off over the phone. Again, I was a COVID bride, so I couldn't go in person to do a lot of things. But yeah, this was my final receipt, and then I got to schedule my pickup date, which you guys are about to see right now. I don't know why I'm getting hype all over again, like I'm not already married. It was a really awesome experience going wedding dress shopping. I went with my mom, my sisters, I definitely think you shouldn't have too many people there. Make sure you bring people whose opinions you value, and who, you know, are not going to be super judgmental and allow you to express yourself in your choices. But it was a really, really great experience. I loved Kleinfeld. I loved the other shop that I went to. And I think that, you know, whenever you go wedding dress shopping, it's going to be a very happy moment. Try not to be too stressed out, and just have a good time. It's supposed to be a really fun time and one of the best experiences of your life. So do that. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Please ignore my hair. I am laying my wig right now. So I came to you guys today because I think I want to take you with me today. I think I will have some time. I'm by myself. And there's a lot of errands to run today and things to do. I think it'll be a cute vlog. This morning I have to head to Brooklyn to go do something at my mom's house. Then I'm picking up my wedding dress today with my sister. Gotta bring my veil. And then I'm probably gonna stay with my mom and figure out some more wedding planning stuff. And then I'm going to like a girls' night slumber party thing with some of my friends. So I'm gonna be vlogging today and just take you guys on the process with me. So I'm gonna go finish my hair and come back to you guys. Yeah. Okay, guys, so I was rushing a little bit. I'm semi-late, as usual. But I'm in the car now, so I'm about to start my drive to Brooklyn. And then I will pick back up the camera when I get there. But I gotta skedaddle. Okay, guys, so I'm finally here at Kleinfeld, waiting to pick up my dress. And it was a hassle to get here. Like, driving through traffic. I was in Brooklyn, back to New York, New Jersey, back to Brooklyn, back to New York. But I'm finally here. I don't know if you guys can see the background. There's people in here, like, waiting for the dress. So I dropped off my veil. They're gonna steam it. My sister is outside waiting for me because there is no parking over there in New York City. So we will see.
They're similar. These are the kids because I have the other mine like the yoke, but I'm not wearing this. But that means they were bracelet. I'm not wearing a bracelet. I'm wearing.
Hey guys, what's your name?
Aries.
I'm an Aries.
I'm Gemini, so I'm a little bit of
Well, Aries is carrying my dress, guys. We have the dress in hand. It is on the way.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you one question.
Okay.
So they parked up front?
Yeah, she's like right
Okay,
across
perfect.
the street. Make way for the dress. She's here.
On the other side, so I can hang it from
On that side?
the top.
Okay.
And then just let it lay on the back.
Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. Thank you so
All set,
much.
of course. Yeah, so you're good to go.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm back in the car and I got my dress. My sister just whisked it off because she actually lives across the street from the venue. So she's gonna keep my dress until next week, until the wedding, in her house and bring it to the hotel and everything, which is super convenient because like my sister lives right by the venue. So yeah, I'm excited. My whole vibe just changed after picking up the dress. Like, it's really, we really did. And Bae's on his bachelor trip this weekend, so he's not here. I've been alone the whole weekend, just like getting shit done. And yeah, so I think that was really like my last errand for the day. I'm going to a girls' night thing later, and I need to make a Caesar salad. I need to stop at the liquor store and pick up some wine and some bottles for that. And then I'm just gonna be chilling with my mom for the remainder of the day until it's time to go to girls' night. And yeah, today was successful, and I am so excited for this wedding, mainly the honeymoon, baby, because get me out of here. I have too much stuff to do all the time, and I'm just excited to have 10 days of actual relaxation. Like, I run a freelance, I work 9 to 5, I also am planning this wedding. Like, it's just been a lot to keep up with. So I'm very, very grateful and happy for all the people who have been helping me throughout this process. I know it sucks that I wasn't able to like vlog, you know, the whole entire process, but I'm trying to salvage what I can now and get you guys some content from the very last bits of this planning process, because it has been very strenuous, and it was just so hard to pick up the camera, guys, to record, you know, in the middle of all these decision-making things. And I guess like my excitement level is different now. Before I was like really worried about everything, so now I feel like I can pick up the camera and sort of get some bits and pieces from the last parts. But I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And obviously these videos are going to be posted after the wedding because I don't want y'all to see anything. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to my mom's house now. See you guys. Shout out to Aries for helping me with my dress and bringing it to the car and all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys all have a really good time picking out your wedding dresses. And if this video helped you at all, please hit the thumbs up button, as well as subscribe to my channel, because there's so much more wedding related stuff coming. Like I said, I finally have the time now to film as well as edit content that I filmed for you guys months ago that I never got to do because wedding reasons. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.